What is going on, everyone? Badger here. Sure to like and sub, and let's get into this. I just got out of seeing Snow White, and if you're wondering why I'm so happy, it's not because of Snow White. It's because of one of the first things I saw when I turned on the twat, when I turned on X to see. I saw this. And it is Gary Nerdrotic, the studio head who brought us the abomination known as the Rings of Power, is gone. Nature is healing. Deadline, Jennifer Salke steps down as head of Amazon MGM Studios. This is the Kathleen Kennedy of Lord of the Rings, as far as I'm concerned rather. Here we see Jennifer Salke is indeed stepping down. So read the first little bit here. We felt this was the best direction for our studio, which will now operate as distinct film and television studios. Hopkins said Sue Kroll, who will continue in her role as the head of global marketing across both film and TV. More structuring is expected to follow. We will be taking a couple of weeks to have thoughtful conversations with Jen's directs and others to finalize the ideal long-term structure for the Amazon MGM Studios organization as a whole, and we'll have more to share on that work soon. Meanwhile, everyone is singing Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead. This, of course, look, for all the good that came out of it, Reacher, Fallout, Jack Ryan, a couple of things like that, we got Rings of Power, all right? And Wheel of Time. Forgive me if you are a Wheel of Time enjoyer of the movies. Dear God above in heaven, what they did to the TV show. We had the showrunner for that outright saying now recently that, oh yeah, they took every opportunity to make everything lame and gay because what else are you doing if you're not doing that? Yeah, it's very Russell T Davies in thought. So that's it. She's out. Jennifer Salke, of course, the one that turned down the House of the Dragon showrunners from doing a Conan show, and instead, well, they went off to do what they did. Back in December of 2023 is where she claimed that over 55 million people had engaged with season 2. This is where that engagement talk comes from, something we see with Assassin's Creed Shadows. What the hell exactly does that mean, 55 million engagements? Did they watch the show or did they not? She had there's well over 150 million viewers watching and engaging with the show, even though no evidence to the contrary. Obviously, all the Nielsen and Luminate data has been absolutely horrible. They've halved their audience, then halved it again. And by the time of this recent season, almost no one was watching. A common thing, something very similar to Disney Plus. We've had that whole James Bond fiasco where for years it was apparently Jennifer Salke's idea to do a Money Penny spinoff or to do another race swap James Bond type thing or make him gay. This was, of course, Barbara Broccoli's one of her big pet peeves, and that she didn't want to dilute the brand. Then she got paid an extra billion, and off we go into the sunset. Thankfully, though, because we've seen Jeff Bezos put out that poll of, well, what do you want from a James Bond movie? Meaning they might be listening. With Jennifer gone, assuming someone far worse doesn't come in, which will probably happen, this is actually really, really good news. We saw that Amy Pascal and David Hayter were going to be the producers for James Bond. So let's hope they at least got a Brit on their team right there. You can see here, despite controversy, Salke supporters point to recent hits like Reacher, Fallout, and Mr. and Mrs. Smith, which is still not as good as the movie. Rings of Power, Fallout, Reacher, Saltburns, all things being listed. Unfortunately, the Rings of Power, that alone, even if you remove Wheel of Time, just her involvement in Rings of Power and the absolute destruction of the Lord of the Rings IP, look no further at the interest in War for the Rohirrim or the Gollum movie coming out. They've absolutely killed it. And that was Jennifer. So the big, unfortunately, thing here is that she does have a production company coming out. Sounds like very much like Patrick and JD McKay. God knows they're not going to go away entirely, but maybe some of her clout will be lessened. Other than that, though, we still so many dead series in her wake. Even if we got a couple of good ones, I choose to believe that that is in spite of her, not because of her. Just like in Star Wars, anything good has been in spite of Kathy and Dave Filoni, not because of them. And hell, even in Marvel, things have been good in spite of Kevin Feige, not because of him. You find out the things that they actually have the most direct control over, the ones that fail the most. So there we go. Jennifer Salke is out. Now we wait to see if and when someone far worse replaces them. Course correction or not, I leave it to you to be the judge. Either way, by all means, make sure to like, share, and sub. If you have done that, thank you. If you're going to do that, thank you. And dear God above, we might not actually get black gay James Bond. I don't know. Maybe timeline really has corrected.
Well, bye.